Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
Detroit represent.
West Side represents. Right now, I'm in the infamous Detroit, Michigan, and I have a couple people in my posse here to protect me. So we have Paul and we have Brandon, who is actually a viewer and a friend of my mom. So he's out to they're both here to show me what's up. And I'm actually from a suburb of Detroit. So I'm from Royal Oak, Michigan. I moved out in '99 when I turned 18, or a little after that. And I was never allowed in Detroit when I was a kid, so I actually know nothing about the city. And so I mean, look at, where we are right now. What's this called? What's this place again? It's
Campus Martians.
Okay. So the mission today is just to see, is Detroit actually necessarily dangerous? I live in Poland, in Western Poland, and everyone's really curious, really, about like, what's Detroit like? And I know there are some sketchy places, but this is actually my first time just walking around the city, and we're just gonna check out some known places, just see what we actually find. Well, I want to note the distinct lack of mugging. So far we've been totally safe, except up there's something falling from the sky. What do you suppose is in that, OPC?
It looks like a giant O.
Yeah, it is an O.
The O in Detroit. Somehow we're in Detroit.
Detroit. So Detroit is falling on us. Hopefully we'll be safe. I definitely have to admit my own biases, because I was conditioned to be afraid of Detroit. Growing up suburbs, hearing certain people. We got this pretty thing with lights here, nice sunset. Oh, that's cool over there. Drunk people. Hey, it's up. You're on YouTube. Are those dangerous?
So dangerous, man.
Yeah, we can see how dangerous they are. Gotta watch your back, homie. Right now I'm in front of the iconic Spirit of Detroit statue right here. It's the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center. So Coleman Young was a mayor of Detroit, and he died a while back. And there's a lot of just iconic stuff right here. So this is the Renaissance Center, which is the headquarters of General Motors. And the whole reason that I'm even grew up in Detroit was because my dad worked as a chemist for General Motors. So this is where the American auto industry is located. So Ford, Chrysler, General Motors. You posing?
Spirit.
Oh yeah, I thought you were trying to Vogue or something at first.
That's right.
So I just found something hilarious. So I was actually, okay, we're gonna talk about this in a minute. What actually distracted me more than the Joe Louis fist was the Scientology building up there. So I don't know if Tom Cruise is there, and please don't sue me, so I'm not gonna say anything more about it than that, but fascinating that this is here. Do you guys want to take a free personality test?
Yeah, you gotta judge how clammy your hands are.
Oh, it's how clammy your hands are? What are your thetan levels? Do you believe in Xenu?
I mean, he's gotta be somewhere.
Yeah.
We'll find him around here.
Yeah, Xenu, you think Xenu's around here?
Possibly.
Yeah. So the actual reason that we initially went here, so this is the Joe Louis fist. This is another iconic part of Detroit. And that guy's taking a selfie there. We're gonna, yeah, no, I'm good, thank you. Oh, no problem. I'm just gonna stand for a second here and be like, yeah, thanks, man. And then so I kind of want to fist bump this. Is that a thing? You guys want to do it? Boom. Tiger uppercut.
Tiger uppercut.
Of course, Detroit is well known to have one of the Stargate portals over there. So where do you think it goes?
Goes to Outworld.
Outworld. Is that Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat 2, yes.
Okay. This is one of the most American things. Look at this. This giant monster car. It's a monster truck throwdown. So I think it's where these giant cars are rolling over each other, trying to destroy each other or something. And having been in Europe for so long, I kind of forget about this. And look how big this is. That I'm fitting in this wheel without all that much trouble. Beautiful Detroit skyline with a bunch of porta potties in front of it. Observation thanks to Paul. So there's an important point I wanted to make. This is something that a lot of people say elsewhere don't even realize, that Detroit is actually north of Canada. This is one of the few parts of the United States, or is it maybe the only part? I don't know.
Maybe in parts of Alaska.
Oh, of course, yeah, obviously Alaska. But right over there, we have Windsor, Ontario. And so, you know, it's a border town. I remember when I was growing up, we'd have all kinds of Canadian money that would come over here, and I was collecting all these Canadian quarters and things like this because it was like exotic to me. And so there used to be a very, very big exchange between people in Detroit and Canada would come back and forth. And after 9/11, they made it harder to go back and forth, and especially with COVID restrictions, it got a lot harder. Trying to get a little further from the copyrighted music that I don't want to have in my video. You're playing the Motown here. I normally think of like Juggalos and ICP instead of Motown, you know, I don't know. Definitely Paul thinks that. One of the main reasons that people from Detroit would go to Windsor is because of the 19-year-old drinking age. So there's an American policy, maybe some Europeans don't know about this, where you have to be 21 years old to legally drink in the United States. I'll say right now, I very, very strongly disagree with this, and it stops nobody from drinking. But what would happen is a lot of the, say, 19, 20-year-old kids from Detroit, or not kids, of course, they're adults, but they would go over to Windsor to party, where as much alcohol as you want, as much money as we'll buy. I don't know if it was more expensive or not. Yeah, you're just nodding, you know. Did you have this experience?
I did.
Okay. I just wanted to say, I switched cameras. I was using the GoPro, and then it's terrible in low light. So now I'm trying my new iPhone 14 Pro, so it'll look a little different, but anyone tell me, like, does this look good? Is it all right?
Going into the Rensen, it's like entering a dungeon in one of the Legend of Zelda games. It's kind of like a maze. You go inside, it's a little confusing. You might have to go up and around and down just to get around the other side. Sometimes you can't just go straight through. It's a big circle in there.
I don't like American cars. I love Japanese cars like Toyota and Honda. I just think they're so much more reliable and they're just better made overall.
So let's hope that the gods of the General Motors Renaissance Center did not hear what Brandon just said. Because funny note, this is something that I found, I mean, when I was growing up, it's like sometimes you're driving around a Japanese car in, you know, Detroit Motor City, and maybe people give you like a dirty look or something. And I tell this to people, I don't know, is it still like that or not? So I remember this like in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much still like that. Some people frown when you say you drive a foreign car.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's funny.
Tesla mixed now too.
At least that's American then, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. Look at this. I've never been in here before. So we can just walk through here and there's no problems. Nice.
Except for the maze.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to see what's going to be in the maze.
We'll find the big key.
Oh, the big key. Yeah. Like Legend of Zelda 3, Link to the Past,
Yeah,
right?
As long as it's not in the big chest, we're good to go.
Oh, God. Oh, is that a Corvette? Probably because it's GM. Please do not touch. Yeah, I lived 18 years in Detroit and never was in this building, even though my father worked for General Motors, never here. So yeah, that is a Corvette. It's a Chevrolet Corvette. Old school design right there, the 1953 Cadillac Le Mans.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This one right here almost looks like it's more like from the future than from the past.
It's like a F-Zero. It's a...
The Astro.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those before. I wonder, was that actually made or not? Oh, is that it? Astro. Oh, cool. Is this like I guess it wasn't just a theoretical production model. So this is, oh my God. Oh, wow. Where's Paul? He should see this. Yeah, okay, so all these cars are here. So, okay, cool.
Look how low that thing sits to the ground.
I don't think like either of us could fit in this. Do you think?
Oh,
Like,
no, there's no way I can get
we're both carrying enough extra weight. I'm 240 pounds. I'm not going to crunch into that. At the anime convention here?
Yes, Youmacon. It's usually around Halloween time, maybe beginning November. Cosplayers, all as far as I can see. So,
Oh, no.
What do you got? You know, someone in, say, Bleach anime outfit walking around. Then you got a GM executive walking. It's kind of culture clash.
Oh,
right
God,
here.
yeah. Are they like nerds?
I think they're just so confused they don't know
Yeah.
what to do and walk.
Like, what's
away.
going on?
I love the buffet at the Caesar's Casino there. They have really good food over there.
Yeah, so you can go gamble over there if you want.
We're right here.
And
You
oh,
found us.
hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's me.
Yeah. What's your name?
You've been looking for me.
Yeah, what's your name? I've been looking for you all night.
I'm Millie. I know you've been looking for me, and here I am. That's Tanner right there.
Hey, they can't get you.
We decided to go to Greektown. We're still in the Renaissance Center, and I've never used public transportation anywhere in Michigan before. And so we're getting some tickets for the People Mover, which it's kind of this tram, kind of as high in the air, something like that.
Yes, an elevated train. Kind of like in Chicago, but theirs is much more.
Yours is better?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it derailed, right?
Yeah, years ago, I saw on the news where it derailed, but I don't think that anyone was hurt or anything.
Oh, thank you. Because no one was using it probably, right?
Probably.
Well, hopefully we won't be derailed, or at least if we are, hopefully I'll be recording it and survive it so I can post the footage.
Might not be going anyway. This doesn't seem to be working.
I had this problem in Dallas where I wasn't, is it free after a certain time? It says green. Oh, is it? Okay. Free, yeah, it says free, please enter. So, yeah, you can use the People Mover as much as you want after a certain time. I just thought it was a kind of jacked up, funky change thing, but okay, we're going through here. So what will public transportation be like in the Motor City? You know, I'm used to, I don't even own a car in Poznan, Poland, where I live and work, because public transportation is so good. You can just go anywhere and maybe ride a bike, occasionally an Uber. But in the Detroit area, you know, we always drove. You know, growing up in Royal Oak, we drove everywhere. Liking the stairs?
This is a workout for sure.
Yeah, it's the YouTube diet. So when I was with my mom in Ukraine last year, she lost, I think, 6 or 7 pounds in the course of making 7 videos. So this is something you don't see. You see like a short video, maybe it's 10 to 20 minutes. You don't see the hours it takes walking around, all kinds of random stuff happening. Footage that isn't included. Stairs you're going up and down. You know, this is the life. Okay, are we actually finally here? How often does this come? Do you guys know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes, something like that.
This is my first time riding.
So you've never, so basically you live in Detroit your whole life, never been on the People Mover, right?
My first time.
Something that's not known to people who don't live in the Detroit area is that there's a gigantic Arabic population. And we can see evidence of this here. For example, okay, there's English, Renaissance Center, and then we have a bunch of stuff written here in Arabic. How do you like the People Mover?
Reminds me of New York, the New York subway system.
So your first time too, right?
No, I've been on it a few
Oh, a couple
times.
times, yeah.
Usually from wrestling.
Wrestling?
Yeah. We used to park at Greektown. And then we would take it over to John Lewis Arena was there.
As you see, Hollywood Hogan.
No, unfortunately, it was pretty much done by then.
Got to make this quick so I don't get a copyright strike. I smell tons and tons of weed right now. What'd you say? What's up?
Jamaican rice, man, straight from the D, you know?
Straight from the D. Yeah. I know what you mean.
That's how we doing it.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Wahlburgers, a restaurant owned by Mark Wahlberg. You know, we've been walking around downtown Detroit for a few hours now. Totally safe. Haven't been mugged yet, right? Yeah. Well, maybe when we go to the Eminem spaghetti restaurant. So,
Yeah,
not gonna.
if we were wearing our RCP shirts, for sure that would have happened.
Oh yeah, we could. You know, we're straight up juggalos right here walking around. So, right? Whoop whoop. So, okay, so Stevie Wonder mural somewhere. So we'll find out where that is. Is it close? Hey, what's up? What's up, man?
Detroit represent.
West Side represents.
Got weed, yeah, yo.
People here are pretty friendly, actually. I mean, it's pretty nice. Is this here? Is that a pi? The number? OPC, is that a ratio of circles circumference to its diameter?
3.1415926.
69, 420, 420.
For the fully 99 yearbook.
Yeah. Yeah, in my senior yearbook, there was a picture where I was like completely like tired looking and looked stoned, and they just wrote like a bunch of 420s underneath it. Let me point out, we're crossing one of the major streets in the Detroit area. So for those of you who are not from the area, that's pronounced grass shit, which is also known as grass shit around here. And OPC, does grass shit go to Port Huron?
It kind of sort of does. Yes.
Yeah.
You're better off taking 994 to
Yeah.
get there. But if you want to go the old school way, sure, why not?
Yeah, there's a suburb of Detroit. Or I guess, is this considered a suburb or not? I don't even know. How far is Port Huron?
To anyone that lives on the west side of the state, yes. Even like Flint is
This
considered
is a
part
suburb of Detroit, yeah. Oh, but it's a wonderful city called Port Huron. At least that's what my dad always calls it. I think it's Port Huron or something is the real name. I don't even know. I just know it is Port Huron. So.
Lake Huron, so I guess you could say Lake Huron too.
Lake Huron, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So we are coming up. This is the Stevie Wonder mural right here. Oh, here it is, much closer. And I have to admit, we actually didn't know Stevie Wonder. I mean, we probably should have, but we didn't know the connection between Stevie Wonder and Detroit. Maybe I'll get this in the background so you can see it. So his parents moved here, and I think it was 1954, he said. We did a little bit of Wikipedia looking. And so he was discovered by Motown, and he was given the key to the city by the current mayor of Detroit for his contributions to Detroit and the world. So it now makes more sense why he's there. So you guys are hungry?
Yes.
Yeah. So one of the, let's say, most Detroit things, of course, is Eminem. I mean, maybe little sleazers and Faygo Red Pop are more Detroit than Eminem, and also maybe ICP and Better Made also, yeah. So we're gonna end this video right now. So just as a little teaser for the next video, we're gonna go to Mom's Spaghetti, Eminem's Spaghetti Restaurant. So stay tuned for that. You guys hungry?
Let's do it.
Ready for Mom's Spaghetti? All right.
On my sweater already.